Hey guys, Bonehead here again, doing another Star Wars The Old Republic build. This one's for the Imperial Agent Operative. The focus of this build is invisibility and big backstabs and things for really good damage, mainly for PvP. It works in PvE as well, just to get behind the enemy and get some real damage out. Mainly concealment tree for this one. The Imperial Agent, it's one of my favourite classes to play. Also for the storyline, it's really good, the whole spy thing going on. Very well done story, so good fun to play. So you can see here the Operative, you've got your three: medicine, concealment, and lethality. Lethality is the shared one between both the Operative or the sniper. And then you've got concealment and medicine, which is your obviously a healing spec. The Operative healing is pretty good too. I might do a build for that later on. But this one here, we're going to focus on concealment and trying to get some damage out with all of your daggers and things. So we'll start off with the tree, and then I'll move on to the other trees to show the other points that you need to do. So yeah, first thing we want to pick up here is concealed attacks. Increase the crit chance of backstab and hidden strike, so they're your two sort of hidden attacks from behind, by 16%. So very good. You always want to get good crits off on those, as they're your big first initial damages. Then here you want to grab this one, Imperial Brew, 3 points. Increased range and tech accuracy by 3. Also increases the damage of corrosive dart and acid blade. So corrosive dart is your damage over time that you put on. It gets a massive boost from this. So it's very good when you're chasing someone down. You can throw this on them from a distance, and it'll bleed them. And then there's other things that get bonuses from if they are being affected by an acid type ability. So we pick that up there. This one here, survival training, we don't worry about. Increased healing done and healing received. It doesn't really fit with what we're trying to achieve with the build. And so next level up here, Infiltrator, 2 points into that. Increased movement speed by 15% and effective stealth level by 2. So obviously faster and better stealth is always going to be good. Next one, pick up surgical strikes. Increase the damage dealt by Shiv, which is like your main dagger attack. Overload shot, so it's a big range to damage shot. And then backstab, which will be your main coming out of stealth attack until you get hidden strike later on. Now inclement conditioning, so I don't really worry about this one either. Increase endurance. This doesn't fit with the build of what we're trying to achieve. We're just trying to get damage out here. Scouting, we'll get 2 points into this. Increase your stealth detection level by 2 and chance to dodge. So it's always nice. There's a few things about dodging as well later on. So once you come out of stealth, you can try and get some dodge up to not get hit. Next level up here, flanking. I want to get both points into this. Reduce the energy cost of backstab. Obviously energy is how many abilities you can use. So by having backstab with 10 less energy means you can do it more often. Backstab is especially good because you don't need to be coming out of stealth to use it. Unlike hidden strike, which you get later on, hidden strike can only be done from stealth. Backstab you can do if you're behind them. So it's a very good ability for that. Next thing here, laceration. Uses your tactical advantage to lacerate the target. Now, tactical advantage you can get from attacking from out of stealth or by using Shiv. So that's a lot of people don't sort of realize that just using a normal Shiv attack will give you tactical advantage back, which is very effective using that with laceration here. Next one thing we want is collateral strike. So laceration now has a 70% chance to trigger some extra damage, and it'll also stun standard and weak enemies. This doesn't really help us with the PvP stuff or anything, but that'll get us that extra little bit of damage. I mean, you're already getting huge damage from laceration. Now it has 700 more. which will unlock the next level up here. So first thing here, pin down, 2 points into that. Sever Tendon now immobilizes the target for 2 seconds as well as slows them down. Being that you're essentially a melee fighter with a few ranged attacks as well, you want to be able to slow down the enemy, stun them, everything as much as you can, and then get your speed up, which you'll find they've really fixed a lot of these trees for the operative to make you a bit faster and make you be able to stop the enemy in their tracks a lot better, which it was lacking before, I found. So I'm glad they've changed a few of those things for the level 55. Next one here, tactical opportunity. Collateral strikes now immediately re-grant tactical advantage when hitting a poisoned target. So that's where you need to have your corrosive dart or an acid blade on them. So that way, when you throw down a laceration, if it regrants tactical advantage, you can come straight back with another one, and then teaming that up with the shiv attack, which will grant it again. You can then shiv and then get a third laceration in. So you can just see just from the numbers there, that's going to do a lot of damage very quickly. Next thing here, Ghost. Exiting stealth mode now finishes the cooldown of Sneak, and Sneak can now be used outside of stealth, increasing movement speed. So as you can see here, in addition, Cloaking Screen no longer reduces healing dealt and received. So you can see Sneak being when you're in stealth, you can, as you're sneaking up to someone, you can hit Sneak, and it will make you much harder to detect as you're getting close for that big hit. And now, when you break out of stealth, you can also use it as a chase down ability or a runaway ability. So you can hit that and get extra speed for 6 seconds. So yeah, the next level up here, Waylay. Increase the damage dealt by backstab by 4%. So just getting that backstab as good as possible for that first hit. Then advanced cloaking here, 2 points into this. Reduce the cooldown of Cloaking Screen. And Sneak, in addition, activating Cloaking Screen increases movement speed. So now, going invisible from combat, which is what Cloaking Screen does, will also give you increased movement speed. So in a fight, you can go invisible, you're automatically running faster for 6 seconds, so you can run up and get behind an enemy for that first attack. Culling, increase the damage dealt by laceration and collateral strike. In addition, when your collateral strike deals damage, you recover energy. So, as you can see here, laceration and collateral strike is already going to give you really good damage, and now you'll have even more damage and recovering energy if it does proc the collateral strike on that 70% chance. So, very good. Next one here, Revitalizers. Stim Boost now also grants restoring energy, health for 3 seconds. 4% health for 3 seconds is actually quite powerful compared to some of the other classes. They'll have something similar to this, and yeah, this is actually quite a lot of health gain back for something like that. Stim Boost obviously is the ability you're going to cast when you're running low on energy and you can't break out any more abilities. You throw down Stim Boost to give yourself that extra energy to keep fighting, and now it'll also heal you that bit. So that's going to be very effective while you're in the fight. Next one here, 3 points into meticulously kept blades. Increase the crit damage dealt by backstab, sever tendon, hidden strike, and acid blade by 30%. So that's obviously going to be very good when you do get those critical hits off on anything. You're going to have much higher damage on those crits. And so you can see, yeah, sever tendon, as we had further down here, we had some things helping that out as well. Acid blade we'll go into at the top. Jarring strike. Hidden strike will now knock the target flat on its face for 1.5 seconds. So now at this point here, when you have hidden strike, that's going to be a very good thing having this jarring strike, because what you'll do is you'll go invisible, come up behind them, hidden strike them, and it'll knock them on their face, which means you can run up and stay behind them, so you can get a backstab into them even though you're out of stealth. You can be behind them for that. So that's very effective. having them knocked forward like that. It just gives you that little bit more time to do what you need to do to get the damage down. Next level up here, Calculated Frenzy, all 3 points. Backstab and Hidden Strike will now trigger Calculated Frenzy, increases our clarity by 6%. So yeah, you get our clarity is how fast your cooldowns, your global cooldown and everything is on stuff, so that's definitely, it's always a nice little thing to have a bit of extra clarity. And now it'll happen from a backstab or a hidden strike, which is right at the start of when you start combat, so very good. 2 points heal also into Shadow Operative Elite. This is for an ability that's added from level 51, I think, now, so increase your effective stealth level as well, so that boosts on top of Infiltrator. And then when you activate Exfiltrate, which is the new ability high up where you do like a forward roll towards the enemy, you have a 50% chance to trigger evasion for 1 second. This effect cannot occur more than once every 15 seconds. Also reduces the energy cost of Exfiltrate. So Exfiltrate's another chase down ability, so you're coming in with daggers and things, they try and run away from you. You can hit Exfiltrate, it'll actually make you roll towards them or roll after them, and now it already Exfiltrate already has a higher chance of dodge for a few seconds after you've done it. Now it'll also trigger evasion for 1 second, which means if you roll after them and they try and hit you, you've got quite a high evasion level at that point. So hopefully they don't land that attack on you. Which gives us the top of the tier here, Acid Blade. This is the big damager for us to team up with Hidden Strike and Backstab. So you can see here, coats your instruments in acid, causing your next Hidden Strike or Backstab to deal an additional whole bunch of damage over 6 seconds. Also increases armor penetration by 30% for 15 seconds, so that way while you're in stealth, you come up, you hit Acid Blade on, then you can hit stealth or sneak, so they can't detect you, sneak right up, hit them with the Hidden Strike, that'll knock them on their face, come in with a backstab, and then start lacerations and shivs. So that's gonna, Acid Blade just works so well in that situation. It's just like a poison on your blades. So yeah, very good one for the whole build. Just maximizing how much damage you hit with that first big hit when you come up behind them. So now that leaves us with a few points left over. So first thing I do here is go to the Lethality tree, and so what we want to pick up here, Deadly Directive we don't really need, we've already got our clarity increases from Calculated Frenzy, so I don't worry about that. So here, 3 points into Lethality, increase range and take crit chance, so anything that'll give us better crit chance. I mean, you've already got higher crit chances on these, Backstab and Hidden Strike. And then you've got the damage bonuses for crit hits by 30% as well, so the more crit you can get, the better for that sort of stuff. And then we want to pick up here Hit and Run. Striking a target with Shiv grants hit and run, increasing movement speed by 50% for 2 seconds. So again, getting more faster movement speed and everything, so you're chasing them down. If you can get a Shiv into them, which is a 4-meter range, you'll actually increase your movement speed by 50% as well. So between that and your sneak now giving you speed and going invisible giving you more speed, you've got a lot of speed boosts in here to try and catch up to everything. And then here we pick up Slip Away, both points into it, and which is my favorite stunning thing, which is the Debilitate. Debilitate's another dagger attack that stuns them for 4 seconds, I think it is. And so yeah, very good for this sort of build where you come out of stealth with a very big hit with some acid blade on there, hit them with a Debilitate that stuns them for the 4 seconds, and then you can just start laying into them with all this sort of stuff, just stopping them. Then you can throw Severed Tendon on, which immobilizes completely with this pin down. And so yeah, so you can control the situation very well, by having this slip away here, your debilitate cooldown is going to be 15 seconds quicker, which means you can throw it down more often in fights, which is going to be the way to keep in control of everything that's happening. This leaves us with 1 point left. You can really move this point wherever you want. The two things really that I look at. One is lethal injectors, which increases the duration of corrosive dart by 3 seconds. You can have it on there to make a corrosive dart last longer, or you can put it over into precision instruments here, reduce the energy cost of debilitate and sever tendon. So it's only 2 points, but at least you get a little bit less energy cost on your sever tendon and debilitate, which are your stopping abilities. I usually just throw it here. Imperial education just adds an extra bit of percentage on top of your cunning. Cunning is obviously your main thing for it, so all of your gear and everything is going to be cunning based as well, for maximizing everything for the class. So that's the build. So as you can see, concealment all the way up, basically only ignoring a few of the things that don't really match what we're trying to do, and then getting up here to get that slip away so you get the more debilitates, and that's the way it goes. So yeah, any questions, feel free to put them in the comments, and try it out, see how you like it. And yeah, it's my favourite Imperial Agent Operative build. So Bonehead out.